Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I have no idea when you're watching this or listening to this. My name is Matthew Leffler. I go by the moniker the Armchair Attorney, but I'm also something of a storyteller. Oh, I do love telling a good story. And so today, I'm going to tell you a story. And this story is called Second Place. I hope you enjoy. Now, there was a time in my life where anybody who knew me would describe me in one word. And that word was fast. Matt Leffler. He's fast. Matty? Oh, he's fast. Leffler? Leffler? You're talking about him? He's quick. And, I go back and I look at some of the things that my mother kept for me as a kid. And I remember every year when you're, let's say, in kindergarten or first grade or second grade, having to do the mile run, having to take a time and compete with every single person in the school. And my mom would get copies of these things because for me, the only thing that mattered was being first. It was all about being the absolute best that I could. And I look at these things now. As a 38-year-old man who tomorrow turns 39, it's fun to recollect what I was once like. In kindergarten, I ran the mile in 8 minutes and 4 seconds. 8 minutes and 4 seconds as a kindergartner. Kindergarten Matt could beat me today. In first grade, I ran a 7-minute and 39-second mile. I wanted to win. I wanted to be able to walk in the gym and see on that wall that the only person I was competing against was myself. In second grade, I ran a 6-minute, 58-second mile. First time I'd ever gone under 7. This is all giving you the intro of what it was like, what I wanted to be. Always the best. Now, fast forward, senior year in high school. I was going to state. I was going to compete in the 100-meter dash and the 400-meter dash. 100-meter dash is a straight run, a straight line, one spot to the next, like a football field. The 400-meter dash is a single lap of that big, beautiful oval. And I was going in ranked 3rd in the 100 and ranked, I remember, 4th or 5th in the 400-meter dash. Now, the 100-meter dash comes first. There's prelims and semifinals and then finals the following day. And in the 400, it was prelims and then finals the next day. Only 2 races. In the 100-meter dash, what I love about that race is you have 10, 11 seconds, and it's done. It's over. And when that gun goes off and you take your first step, that very first step, you know if you're going to be successful or not. You know in that moment. And when I was in that prelim race in the 100-meter dash, that gun went off and I had a terrible start. Oh, it was bad. I was smoked. No chance to go to the semifinals, no chance to go to the finals. That race was done. But I still had the 400. Now, let me be very clear. I am 5'6". I am not a giant. And I'm racing against people who are very, very good at what they do. In the prelims, or I guess the semifinals, because there's only 2 races, the gun goes off. And I begin to run my race. And much to the chagrin of every coach that I've ever had, I have a pathway of how I run the 400-meter dash. The first 100, oh, I'm going, I'm churning, I'm moving. That 200 to 300 range, I'm coasting. Oh, I'm taking it slow and easy because it's that last 100 meters that I really care about. The last bit of that straight line. And in my semifinal heat, I did something I'd never done before. I had a personal record. I love hitting personal records, PRs as they call them. And my PR in that race was 48 4:08. 48 seconds and a half to run that big, beautiful oval. And why the 400 is so interesting, why it's so compelling for so many runners, is you can't say the wind helped you, because if it did, it hurt you too. It is a very closed system doing that beautiful, beautiful oval. And I won my heat and I earned my place to go on to the next day. So after I finished my race, like every time I finished the 400, when I hit underneath 49 seconds, I throw up. And after the throwing up was done, it was an ice bath. You go in waist deep into ice water for about 20 minutes, trying to replenish, refresh your legs, because soon, oh, so soon, you're going to be running again. Now it's the next day. My legs are sore. I'm gassed, but it's my 400. It is my chance to see, how do I stack up against the best of the best in the state of Illinois. Now, I was competing in class double A. That's the larger high school. There's single A and double A. There may be more now. It's been 20 years since I ran that race. But suffice it to say, that gun goes off. Everyone starts hauling. I'm doing my thing. In the first 100 meters, I'm doing great, keeping up with every single person I can. That last 200 to 300 that took place, I'm dragging, I'm slowing down, I'm not able to keep the momentum. My coaches are yelling at me, the stadiums are screaming. And then I get to my final 100, the 100 that separates the people who really want it and the people who are just showing up. And I was able to get second in the state of Illinois, finishing my time at 49 seconds, 0.05, fully automatic time. After throwing up and after catching my breath a little bit, we had a chance to get our hardware. That's what this is. State of Illinois, 2003. That's a long time ago, everybody. Runner up in the 400-meter dash. Now, I was able to take that success and use it to gain a scholarship to Western Michigan University, Mid-American Conference Division I. I competed at the varsity level for a year until, unfortunately, the Mid-American Conference decided, as many others have, that track running is just not as compelling for fans to watch. Not a lot of people want to watch a grown man run an oval. But here's what I'll tell you about what I learned about being a competitive athlete. I love winning. Oh, I do. But it's more important that you understand how to run your race. You're not competing with anybody but yourself. And when you can achieve those goals of hitting those numbers or hitting those personal records, that means a whole heck of a lot more in my book. So that's it. A short story about second place. It doesn't really matter your position. It matters your direction. Go out there and run your race, and that will serve you well. And that is Second Place by Matthew Leffler.